All right, everybody, I got an inbox full of messages, so I'm going to try and answer them all now, all your questions. When I said it's going to the paint shop, people said, why? The paint job looks perfect. And the paint job itself is perfect, and it was painted before I bought it. It was actually painted right before it was put into storage. That's why the paint is amazing. It was completely stripped, trim taken off, doors, handles taken out of the doors. Everything was removed in a professional, beautiful paint job. Not one run or anything wrong with the paint job. However, when it was in storage, the fillers busted out. I'm assuming just due to age, because when I purchased the car, they were already badly breaking. So what I've done is I've sourced brand new front fillers, and I got the rear ones off a 91 Cadillac. The only thing I had to do, if you watch my videos, you know this, is on the 91s, the lower quarter panel molding comes much higher. So this hole had to be filled. And then I drilled the right hole for the 82. And the reason I've had no problems at all with these fillers is because they are actually Cadillac fillers. They are not eBay reproduction, because everybody says they have horrible time with fillers. So I was very lucky to get these. They are still pliable. They're amazingly in great condition. So I'm sure I would have had an awful time, like so many people have, if they were not actual Cadillac fillers. But when you buy the Cadillac fillers, if you can find a good used set like I did, and even adapt them like I did to fill the holes. There's the higher hole there that was patched from the back. You would have no issues. So the reason I think is I had no issues is because they were a Cadillac filler. Because people said to me, why you have no problems? I bought my fiberglass ones. I had a horrible time. The fitment was wrong and this and that. Well, I can only assume, I think I'm correct, is because they actually are a Cadillac product. They're not reproductions. However, I was just lucky to find a good used set. Now, the front, I will find out today if they work well. Now, the second question is, what's happening with the paint? Because this is so visible, the body shop calls it panel paint. If he just panel paints this, the paint job is new, he's afraid if the color is one shade off, it's because it's so visible, you're going to see it. So the only correct way of doing the back end of this car is to spray it and feather it in to the quarter panels, which means all of this has to come off, the pinstripe, the trim, and the Fleetwood Brougham lettering, and then goes back on after it's feathered in to the quarter panel. That's the correct way of doing it on the back. Now on the front, I did what they call, as I said, panel painting, where the sections that are much smaller and hidden behind bumpers were sprayed with color match paint from Napa. I won't know how good they are or aren't until they're on the car. Now, see, this one is in the light, that one is in the shadow. So it looks darker, but it's the exact same spray. So the way they sit and the lighting affects everything on these things. So I will put them in, and the worst case scenario, if they do not match well, is he would have to feather it in this way and repaint the fillers on the car. I'm trying to, because this part is so nice and no rust, I'm trying to just panel paint those ones. Hopefully it will work. If not, again, same idea. But fingers crossed, it won't be noticeable. They have a chart there, and they say it's just on the cusp of being not blendable. So it is blendable, but it's on the higher range, so it's a crapshoot. Because I gave them the sample, and hopefully it's a good match. And because here, it looks light. Down there, it looks darker. It's just because of the lighting and the shadows. So shadows and lighting make all the difference in these cars. See, look at this. Right beneath the light looks light. On the side, it looks darker, but it's not. It's all the same. It's just the way it looks. So I'm going to get started, and I'm going to try and get this part replaced before I put the bumper back on. And then I'll put the front fillers on and get a helper and get the rear bumper on and hook the lights up again and see what happens. So thank you for watching, and stay tuned and have a great day.